So let's begin with talking about pruning. Now, why do you need to prune a plant? If you see this pothos, though it looks good, but it starts getting thinner as the plant goes. So the best way to make it more bushier is to prune the stems which go thinner. And the best part about pruning is you can use the same stem to grow another plant. As far as pothos is concerned, if you can see, there is a node over here. After every leaf, there is a root node. This will help give birth to another plant. Take a sharp scissor, cut just below the node, keeping the node. If you want to make this plant look thicker, you can simply put it in the soil. These tools come handy when you are propagating. Put in deep so that there's space for the root too. Let us see this basil. Here there's good growth, but then there's a thin stem. So if I want to prune it over here so that there is ample growth and more stems growing over here, I will cut it. Use a sharp scissor to make a cut. And now this basil, either it can be kept in water to get the roots. There are two ways by which you can propagate a plant. By cutting the stem and putting it directly into the soil, or also growing it in water. Not that all plants can be rooted this way, but most of them. And I think most of them which we have covered in our workshop, all of them can be propagated. How do you propagate? By putting the stem in the soil. Take a nice thick stem. This is a rooting hormone combination of honey and cinnamon. This helps in good root growth. Dip it in it and the cinnamon. And here I have a pot with the potting mix that we talked about. Simply make a little dig and place your plant in it. Press a little. This should be kept in light, bright light, but not sunlight for at least 5 to 6 days. When you will see new leaves coming, then it's an indication that you can keep your plant into the sun. I would recommend that you may try with at least 2 to 3 stems of the same plant. Chances are that if any stem does not take root too. Now we will also try water propagation. I like to share few plants which have been propagated in water. You can see the roots. Either you can leave the plant as it is in the water, or once the root come, they can be shifted to the soil. Now, how do you propagate a lucky bamboo? Choose a thick stem from the mother plant. Cut it with a sharp scissor. Remove the leaves from the bottom, keeping the stem clear, because if the leaves are there at the bottom which goes in the water, it will start rotting. Simply put it in water. Keep changing this water every 4 to 5 days, and within 15 days or so, you will see the roots coming. I like to grow the lucky bamboo in water, so I will not transfer it to the soil. This same method you can use to grow this philodendron, which we have talked about in the plant section. or even syngonium. They're all growing in water. The best part about propagating plants or putting them in water is that you do not need to take much care, except that simply change water every 4 to 5 days.